Excuse me! Taxi!
Come on, what are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And John, I understand you have now calling in Dr. Oz.
Friday night. Well, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. With us today is Dr. Mehmet Oz. And miracles are happening in Washington. Well, Dr. Oz, we know each other a long time. Did you ever think that these amount of miracles will happen in Washington?
No. And I never thought of coming to work in Washington or living in Washington. But this president does miraculous things all the time. And last night, on national television, which is not how these things usually play out, the president choreographed a beautiful launch of TrumpRx.gov, which is the ultimate payoff of months and months. In fact, the entire first year of the administration's efforts to bring most favored nation drug pricing to our country. So let me unwrap that a second. It is true, as of yesterday, that we pay 3 times more for the exact same medications, brand medications, than they pay in Europe, even if the medication is made in America in the same factory. It never made any sense, drives the president crazy, got very upset about it appropriately, and he had us working on it day and night until finally we got all the major pharma companies to come on board and agree that from now on they're going to charge us the exact same amount as their best price they give for other developed countries. Now, that was all great goodness, but how do you get access to it? Last night, we launched this program, and Ed Korstein and Joe Gebbia. Joe, by the way, started Airbnb. These are world-class, software engineer and designer. They come into government like they never would in the past. They work for this president because they're so passionate about it, and they put together this beautiful site that now allows all those medications that we have negotiated better prices on to be available to you, the American consumer. It's free to use the site. It's the best way to check to make sure the prices you're getting are the best ones. We don't want you getting sticker shock anymore. Just check the sites out when you get a medication prescribed for you. If it's the right price, we can print a coupon out. You go to your drugstore, still use the drugstore that you normally like. Just use the coupon from the site made by the government that will give you the best prices we've already negotiated.
Wow. So tell us the site again.
It's called TrumpRx.gov. It's designed to be smart so it knows what you're doing, what other medications you might want to be on. And just to put it in context, we have fertility drugs. 1 in 3 couples are having problems with babies, and a big cost is the medications to get pregnant. The prices are 1/10. They used to be $4,000. Now they're less than $500. We have these weight loss drugs, the GLP-1 drugs that are injections. Now we are launched yesterday a pill version of those shots. It costs about $150. You remember these drugs used to cost $1,200. Now we can
Ozempic used to cost a lot of money.
Yeah, Ozempic is the pill. So Ozempic is the injection that everyone was talking about. There's another drug that's called tirzepatide. There's 2 drugs made by Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly. And these 2 companies made great products, and now they're available for a fraction of the price they used to be because the president insisted on the best price available in the world. And here's the good news, John. The most common zip code purchasing these drugs until today was the Upper East Side of Manhattan, not far from where you are. Right?
Well, I know that. My supermarkets are down in sales because nobody's eating.
Exactly. Now, the real place you need the medications are not the Upper East Side of Manhattan, but actually poorer places in the country, that rural areas in particular, vulnerable populations in poor parts of cities. That's where you want to get the medication because that's where there's an obesity catastrophe. And if you give these medications in a timely fashion, then people lose weight. Their diabetes goes away, their hypertension goes away, all the problems related to those, strokes, heart attacks, renal failure, all that. We will save money for the taxpayer just by getting people to take these medications if they need them. Obviously, eating right, exercise is the best first things to do. But if they're not working, you got a backup plan, and the president's making that available to you on TrumpRx.gov.
TrumpRx.gov. And is it effective immediately? When is it effective?
Started last night. Lots of people have already gone. The site's working beautifully. No problems. Everyone's happy. It's another example of the president being able to hire people to do things competently. When they launched, Obamacare, it didn't have this kind of success. It's hard to build these sites, but the president brings in top-tier people. In fact, the folks that negotiated the drug contracts are experts in pharmaceutical pricing, right? So you have people like John Brooks and Chris Klump, Irma Hernandez. These are world-class people. They come into government to do something as a favor to the American people.
And what do you think is going to save the American people a year?
Oh, this is well. First of all, it's going to help the American people lose 100 million pounds. That's the big story, and that's important because that's going to drive a lot of cost out of the system. But overall, we're talking about billions and billions of dollars of reduced payments across the board, and we're doing things at many levels to make medications more affordable. You know, talking about being able to afford life. You've got rent, you've got food, you've got lots of things that drain you, but we don't want you dying because you can't pick up your prescription medications. And yet 1 in 3 times when people go to a pharmacy, they cannot afford the drug and they leave without it.
Dr. Mehmet Oz, thank you so much for everything you do for the American people. And I mean, Washington has never done so much. And thank President Trump for what he does, to have the courage to challenge these big companies, and for you to advise them and get it carried out. God bless both of you.
God bless you.
Thank you.